Hello, my name is Robert Militia. I'm the Technical Support Specialist with BrainMaster Technologies. Today I am going to show you how to install the BrainAvatar software. Now, in order to get the BrainAvatar software, this is something that has to be downloaded online. Open up your internet browser, www.brainem.com, which is right here. The area that you're going to find the BrainAvatar software is under BrainMaster Software Downloads and Updates, under the topic called BrainAvatar Software /Updates. On this page, not only are you going to find the latest version of the BrainAvatar software, but you're also going to find some other great features, including possible updated files for training. You're going to find updated manuals, quick links to YouTube training videos, like this one right here, as well as some other things as far as computer specifications and other important things of that nature. After you've gone to that page and downloaded the software, you're going to have an icon that looks very similar to this right here, in which the software is set up for you to install. In order to launch the installation of this, you're simply going to double-click it. Please be patient, as it will take some time. As you can see, the website in preparing to install is going to pop up as it is right here. Okay, and you're going to see this Welcome to the Install Shield wizard for BrainMaster BrainAvatar pop-up. On this screen, you're going to click Next. On the next screen right here is our End User License Agreement, which of course you can go through and read the entire thing on. And it was recommended to, as it is something that you are agreeing to. Or you can also click the print button out here to basically put it into a format where you can print it out. In order to continue through the installation, you will have to switch it to right here where it says I accept the terms of the license agreement, and then click Next to continue. The next portion right here is your information as the customer. The username is of course going to be the username that you want in here. Right now this says BMR support for my computer, but I'm going to put in Robert Militia here. And then the organization you can choose to put in or not choose in. I will put the organization in here, which for us is going to be BrainMaster Technologies Inc. And when all that information is correct as you would like it, click Next to continue. The next screen is going to pop up right here, which is basically saying it's ready to install the program. There are a couple options that you're going to want. You're going to install this application for basically either only me, Robert Militia, which is going to be the user account that you're logged into. Or you're going to choose the option anyone who uses this computer or all users. I highly recommend choosing the option right here called anyone who uses this computer, all users. So I'm going to click on that one right now. Now the software is going to be beginning to install. And then one more thing that's going to pop up, and that's the user account controls. If you have user account controls on, and it's going to basically let you know that something is trying to have access to it, and you have to agree to it in order for it to continue. The software is now installing. It may take a little bit of time to install, and please be patient. When it is all completed, you're going to see an icon in the top left-hand corner appear, as you can see right here, called BrainAvatar. You're also going to see this screen pop up here that says that it is completed, and in order to finish this, you're going to have to click Finish to continue. Now, the BrainAvatar software is all installed at this point in time, but there are a couple things that I'm going to highly recommend you install right off the bat without doing anything else right now. And to do that, I am going to go to the Windows File Explorer, which is right here that I have open. You are going to go to the computer option right here, and then you are going to go to the C drive. Next, we are going to find the directory called Program Files or Program Files x86 if you have both Program Files and Program Files x86. And if you only have Program Files, it's going to be located in Program Files. But because I have both, I'm going to go to Program Files x86. And I'm double-clicking that. The next folder we're going to go to is a folder called BrainMaster, or a directory called BrainMaster. So I'm going to double-click that link. In here, there's only one file folder, and that file folder is called Avatar, which I'm going to double-click. The next location we're going to go to is this one right here that I'm actually highlighted on called Additional Downloads, in which I am going to double click that. Now, there are multiple items right here that can be used for installation. For example, this file right here called a VZ Redist _x86. This file is very important if you had purchased the BrainDX Live Z-Score Training DLL add-ons, either the Surface or the S-Loretta. This includes some important files right here that if you don't run this installer may or may not properly work. So because it doesn't cause any issues to install it right off the bat, I recommend installing it right off the bat, and you may save yourself some problems in the future going along. So we are going to double click this directory right here. And I'm going to agree to the Microsoft license agreement, and it's going to go through the installation process, and when it's completed, it's going to complete. The next one right here is called NILWCVIRTE 801. This is an important redistributable pack, actually, if you had purchased the ANI Live Z-Score Training DLL. This is only needed if you purchase this, and if you purchased it, I recommend installing it. Even if you haven't purchased it, once again, it will save yourself some headaches if you install it right off the bat. So I'm going to double click this. The user account control is going to pop up again on this. And I'm going to see this message right here that says, would you like to install the CVIRT driver for the Z-Score DLL? It's going to go through some packing, and then at this point in time, my lab Windows has popped up. It's going to ask me about changing the directory if I really wanted to. Never change the directories unless you know exactly what you're doing. It is highly, highly recommended you leave it installed where it's supposed to go. It works its best in that location. We hit next. Again, there's another license agreement. I'm going to hit I accept the license agreement. I'm going to hit next, and as you can see right here, it says no software will be installed or removed. That's because it's already installed on my computer. If it's already installed on your computer, you're going to see this message pop up, and if it is, you just simply hit cancel, and it's going to say right here, are you sure you want to cancel? And you say yes. If you don't have it installed on your computer, it's just going to basically give you an option. It's going to tell you that the 801 package is going to be installed. You hit next. It's going to go through about 5 different things on it, and when it's all completed, it's going to tell you it's completed, and then it needs to restart. I recommend restarting at that point in time, or because we do have multiple other things that we do need to install, I would recommend installing those first, then restarting. The next thing right here is the KLite Codec Pack 880 Basic. This is for our multimedia player package right here. In order for our multimedia player package to properly function, there's occasional codecs that are required for it to basically operate and function as it should. If you don't have it purchased, of course you don't need it, but it never hurts to have it installed either, and it can only make things kind of better on your PC. So we're going to double click it to install this. Once again, the user account controls has popped up on it. You just hit yes to continue on that. On this first screen right here, we're going to click next. Now there are 3 options right here: simple mode, advanced mode, or expert mode. I recommend going with the advanced mode, and just as long as you follow the steps with me, it'll be perfectly fine. We're going to hit next. Do not change the location for that to be installed. Simply click next to continue. There are no options that we have to change right here. We will simply click next to continue from here. The setup will create program shortcuts right here, so this is perfectly fine as it's set up, and we will click next to continue. There are no settings right here that we really have to change, so I'm going to click once again next to continue. Hardware acceleration we do not need to worry about. Once again, I'm going to click next to continue. Right here, as far as file association goes, I'm going to check into Windows Media Player to make sure that Windows Media Player is where all of these files are associated with. I'm going to click next to continue. Then you have options for video file extensions and audio file extensions. Click the button select all video and select all audio, and then we click next to continue. Here you are going to choose the speaker configuration for the speakers that you have. For example, on my PC, I only have 2.0, which means I have 2 speakers for it. Depending on different systems that you could have a subwoofer and things like that. And it gives you kind of a brief description on, what you might have set up and what's the best to choose on this. I'm going to stick with the 2.0, and I'm going to click next to continue. The final screen right here is going to give you a basic overview of what's installed and what's going to be installed. And all we need to do at this point in time is click install to continue. You're going to see a screen pop up right here that's going to basically go through all the different things that are happening and what's being registered. Occasionally you might get some pop-ups that say that different registry files don't seem to go to anything, or that you have broken codecs. If you ever do see any of those, simply click, and when it asks you want them to be replaced, you simply say yes to the program. It'll basically do everything you want. That's what's really nice about this program, is it will repair different codecs out there that may or may not be properly working for you. So when this is all done, I'm going to click finish to end that. The DLL upgrade file right here, you will only use this if you have either the BrainMaster 3.0 software, the BrainMaster Discovery software, or you have them both. We're using a brand new DLL in our system that has a little less compatibility with the old DLL that might be located in your software right there. Because of that, you will need to run this program right here, but you will only need to do that if you have the Discovery or the 3.0 software installed. If you do not have the Discovery or 3.0 software installed, you do not need to run this. But because I do have the 3.0 or Discovery software installed, I am going to double click this to install this. So once again, we're going to see an install screen right here pop up real quick, telling us that it's getting ready. You're going to tell it, it's going to tell you that it's ready to go. You click next. And since I already have it installed, it's going to give me a couple options. If you don't have it installed already, it's going to just get you this screen right here where it says click install to begin. So I'm going to click install. And it's just that quick. We're going to click finish to accept that right there. Now the final thing is going to be in this folder right here called DirectX. In this folder right here, this installs very important DirectX drivers. Some of them that our software does actually really require to run. Because we don't want this to install every single time you install the software. We have this in a special folder right here. In order to install the DirectX drivers, you're going to go right down here. You're going to find this folder called DX Setup, and you are going to double click. Once again, user account controls are going to pop up, and you're going to hit yes to continue on that. And then you're going to see right here, installing Microsoft DirectX. Now, in order to continue with this, much like a lot of the other ones, you are going to have to accept the license agreement, and then click next to continue. And then it's going to tell you right here what's exactly installing. And you click next to continue. You're going to see it go through all the process. Now, when it comes down to your computer, you may not need the DirectX drivers that we're installing right here. Your computer may already have them installed. But for the best performance and the best performance of your PC, I recommend running this right here, because there are a lot of important DirectX updates that come out that are not important for the system or not needed for the system to run its day-to-day things, but there are a lot of things that make performance a little bit better. So whether or not you think you have it, I recommend running this one just to make sure it's all installed. Alright, and now it's going to say right here that the DirectX is finished. Installation is complete. We're going to click finish right here. And now your BrainAvatar software has been installed from scratch. I only recommend going through all these steps if you are installing on a brand new PC, or you're installing BrainAvatar software for the first time ever. I'm going to now go through upgrading the BrainAvatar software, and I will go through, and that is much less complex than what we did at first. But now you will be able to tell that everything is running by going to the BrainAvatar software and double clicking it. As you can see, the user account controls are going to pop up one more time, and your BrainAvatar software is all up and running. Okay, so I went through installing of the software from scratch. Now I'm going to go through the upgrading of the process, or upgrading of the software. This is a much easier process because it's not going to require all the installations that we did before, as long as you did them in the first place. It's only going to require you to basically run the avatar setup file that you just downloaded. So I have my avatar software already installed, and I have my setup file right here that I downloaded, and now I'm going to double click it to run this. Now when I do this, you're going to see this menu pop up right here that says BrainMaster, BrainAvatar, Install Shield Wizard. It's going to say right here, this setup will perform an upgrade of the BrainMaster BrainAvatar. Do you want to continue? You hit yes to continue, you hit no if you want to cancel exactly what you did. So I'm going to click yes. You're going to see this screen pop up right here, basically saying that it's getting ready to install. We're going to click next to continue, and now it's going to tell you right here that you're going to wait while the install shield basically continues. Now it's going to go through the install process after, of course, my user account controls that I have to agree to. So now it's going through the process of upgrading all the software and all the things that have been changed, and now it's going to tell me that it's finished successfully and that it's ready to go. Now I will tell you that this is going to probably be successful 90% of the time. But should it not be successful, there is a good way to tell, and I'm going to show you how and when what you're going to do to basically make sure that you are upgraded to the latest version of the software. I want you to, at this point in time, check your BrainAvatar software by double-clicking the icon. We're going to hit exit on this first screen right here, and we're going to hit help about BrainAvatar. This is going to tell you the version of the software that you're running in currently. In order for you to basically know that you're updated right now, this is saying that I'm on BrainAvatar 4.3.1.108. So that number right there should match what our software is saying that we are in the earlier or in the version on here. So if I go right here, this one says 4.4.1.10. That's not the right version. So there's something that occurred that does need to be fixed. The only way you can really do this right now, if this should happen, is simply go to the BrainAvatar software right here, and you're going to click the option uninstall, and you're going to let the software uninstall right now. After we have uninstalled the software, at this point in time, now I'm going to run the avatar setup one more time. After this, we should be all good to go. Okay, click next. I'm going to accept. Robert Militia. Anyone? Now let's double check it. If I go to exit, help about BrainAvatar, we'll see that it's version 4.4.1.10. So now we're on the proper version of the latest updated BrainAvatar software, and that's how you fix it should it not properly upgrade itself. As I said, if you've already installed the different files that we went through earlier, you do not have to install them again. Though if you want, of course, you could do that. I do not, it will either tell you it's installed or that it's not installed. Or if it's one of the Microsoft dependencies, you can just run it 1,000 times and it'll just basically put in the files over and over again. That one is up to you. Though, should you have any questions on the installation process or need any assistance with it, you can always contact BrainMaster Technical Support. Our telephone number is area code 440-232-6000, and you dial option 3 when you hear the operator on that. I hope this has been very helpful for you, and if you have any questions, just give us a call, and have a wonderful day.